We certainly will, but we begin with the COVID-19 situation here in South Korea. Authorities are leaning toward gradually easing social distancing measures as the number of new infections has been on the steady decline.
Yes, but the South Korean government is coming under fire over its recent decision to extend vaccine passes to more facilities. For more on this and other updates, we have our reporter Shin Ye-eun in the studio with us. Good morning, Yoon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So let's start with a local situation. How many new cases are we expecting for today?
Right, so we're expecting the daily tally to remain near the 4,000 mark from midnight to 9 p.m. Thursday. South Korea reported 3,296 new COVID-19 infections. Now, this was down 183 cases from the day before and around 1,000 fewer cases than a week ago. The number of severely ill patients was also the lowest in more than 3 weeks on Thursday at 882. Authorities attribute the decline to the booster shot campaign. Health authorities say the senior population, specifically those 60 and up, have actively received their extra jabs. As of yesterday, 80% had taken a booster, and take a listen to how it has played out.
The number of confirmed cases among seniors is declining as more of them are getting booster shots. In the first week of December, those aged 60 and above accounted for 35.8% of the total infections. This proportion has now decreased to 15.6%.
Okay, well, that's good news. We can give the government credit for that. But there is some controversy regarding the vaccine passes. Earlier this week, a court in Seoul ruled that passes shouldn't be required for students to enter private educational facilities. And now lawyers for plaintiffs are pushing for more facilities to be revoked from this system.
Right. The fight against vaccine passes is becoming more fierce in South Korea ever since the Seoul Administrative Court suspended the previous rule requiring vaccine passes at cram schools or study cafes. Many people said the policy should be re-examined as a whole. And many expressed concerns about how the government infringed on individuals' rights and instead forced vaccinations on people who aren't able to or are unwilling to get vaccinated because they're either pregnant or have underlying health conditions. And those complaints were further amplified over the government's decision to adopt vaccine passes at essential businesses like supermarkets. And plaintiffs are demanding vaccine passes be lifted at more facilities, which include supermarkets, restaurants, and cafes. But the government insists vaccine passes are needed to ensure a gradual return to normal life. Now, in the coming hours, a court hearing will be held on this topic, and authorities will argue why they think vaccine passes are necessary. They did hint at reaching a middle ground, though, as they said they would review plans to expend those eligible for vaccine pass exemptions. Now, this is mainly those who have underlying health conditions that make it difficult for them to get vaccinated.
So this issue of controversy of vaccine passes is not only an issue here in South Korea, but other countries as well.
Right, definitely. It has been a heated topic over in France as well, especially since French President Emmanuel Macron said he wanted to make the lives of the unvaccinated very complicated, so they would end up having to get jabbed. Now, his plan to do this was to strengthen vaccine pass rules. Originally, people in France could show proof of vaccination or a negative PCR test result to enter public venues or take trains. But due to the spread of Delta and Omicron, the government decided to drop the test option, which means only those with vaccine passes will be allowed to enter. And after a tumultuous debate, the French Parliament on Thursday approved the president's plans. Now, this legislation will go to the Senate before a final vote is made in the National Assembly. If passed, it will take effect from January 15th and apply to those over 16. And Italy has also decided to mandate vaccines for those over 50. Starting February 15th, public and private workers over the age 50 will only be able to go to work when they obtain a super green pass. Now, this will only be given to those who are fully vaccinated or who have recovered from COVID-19. And Sweden also advised on Wednesday to extend vaccine passes at restaurants and cultural venues from next week. Though it's not a legal requirement, the Swedish Public Health Agency strongly advised businesses to require vaccine passes voluntarily.
All right, Yoon, as always, thank you so much for your report. Have a great weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.